Let's see who they're sending me now. You another gutter dog, errand boy? You even think of asking about my gold? I'll rip out your tongue and feed it to the rats.
I heard you're a pirate.
We're starting with the hard questions, are we? Can see why they sent you, gutter dog. You gonna point out I'm in prison next? Or ask me if the food's all right?
Just answer the question. You are a pirate, right?
Pirate, murderer, criminal, thief. I've been called a lot. Now they want to stick me in a cell to let me rot. The world is going to hell. I've been to hell and came back whole. I stared down the throat of the beast, watched water turn to stone, and cities tremble as it swept down upon them. Now they want to stick me in a cell to let me rot. You think that makes sense in these times, gutter dog?
I'm sure letting you wander the streets will be a great comfort to the people here.
The world's coming apart. We can all see our end in it. What comfort is there to be had in that?
You've sailed out. In these storms.
Seen 100 ships founder. The waters swallow the men. But I've never seen the sea watch a man. Choose its time. Until now. Whatever is out there, circling this island, is doing that. Choosing its time. These temples that rose from the earth, the creatures that came with them, they're nothing. Nothing compared to what is coming next. And no one can stop it. Not you, not me. And sure as hell, not the Inquisition.
Do you have a problem with the Inquisition and the Order?
Who do you think locked me up here? One day that Inquisitor will pay. He won't see me coming.
How long have you been here?
A few days. They think they're softening me up. They want to know where I hid my gold. And here was me thinking they only cared about spiritual matters.
The door is open. You're free.
I'll leave when I want to. Least I get free food here.
So why don't you escape?
Escape to where? You seen any ships come here in a week, a month? That's because they're all at the bottom of the sea in pieces. We've got little time to settle our reckonings before we meet our maker. And I have reckonings to settle on this island.
I know what you think about the Inquisition. What do you think about the Don?
I've known Esteban for a long time. He's a good man. Keeps his word. And there are few men I know of who do that. Least of all, honest men like the Inquisitor. Or join the Order and believe your soul will be saved by a flame.
Can't be nice here. It's damp, drafty.
Can tell you never lived at sea. But this rancid clothing does mean no good. Short time normally means clean clothes. And I've been sweating into this shirt for 5 straight weeks. I've an old chest in the warehouse on the harbour quay. There's a casket in there with shirts in it. You bring that casket to me, maybe then we can talk about things. I might even throw a few coins your way.
The tavern keeper, Patti, is looking for her father.
Patti? Patti Steelbeard. That cunning bitch is anything but a tavern keeper. Her father is Captain Gregorius Steelbeard, also a man of the sea. And credit where it's due, he's a great one too. Not that the lice-ridden old bastard didn't make my life hell. I wouldn't trust his daughter further than I could throw her. Same blood, after all.
I'll keep that in mind. Tell me about your gold.
Who says I have any?
Pretty much anyone who mentions you mentions gold.
You live on rumors. You might as well believe fairy tales.
Who might know where Captain Steelbeard is?
My crew have been hunting the cutthroat for months, but found neither hide nor hair of the bastard.
Where is your crew?
Scattered across the island. Some are in town. Vasily and Erickson were here not long ago. They're waiting for a sign from me.
Steelbeard has a shack here in the town.
You sure?
Vasily told me.
Patti better not get wind of it. I don't entirely trust Vasily not to get drunk and blab his mouth. He's meant to be watching Patti. But he'd like to do more than watch, I'll bet.
Why are you watching Patti?
Pays to keep an eye on your enemies. And her father wants to pay me back a little for scuttling his ship and killing half his crew when we last fought. Sure, he'd have done the same to me given half a chance, but there's a score to settle, so it's up to me to settle it before he pays me back. Finding Steelbeard. That's something me and his daughter have in common. Maybe her search will help me find her father before she does.
Deal. I'll bring you your casket.
Here's the key to the chest. It's on the upper floor of the warehouse on the harbour quay. Won't be easy to get to, but I can see you're the resourceful type. After you got the stuff, come straight back here and keep the casket hidden. You give me your word on that.
You must really be fond of your shirts. You have my word.
Just get going before I stink myself into an early grave.
I thought I'd do rather better than that.
I have your key.
Won't do you no good. You don't know where the chest is.
Where is the chest?
Do we have to do this again? You know my price.
I've talked to Romanov.
So what did you find out?
He wants me to get him some clean clothes.
You thought a pirate's wish for clean clothes was so important you had to tell me about it? Or do you think the gold is hidden in his laundry? Huh?
Carrasco wants the armor plates back.
I'm sure he does, but he won't pay you as good as I will. So, forget Carrasco and bring me those plates.
Nothing changes. It's always the same with that guy.
Luca sent me.
That old sod? He's worse than my wife.
He says you're not sticking to your agreement with him.
And Vasily says if we all want our gold, we mustn't agree to anything else. So, I need 100 gold pieces for the armor plate.
I could just take the armor.
Whoa! You think I'm just a drunk? I defended my farm against the monsters, and I'll defend this against you.
You fancy your chances then?
If I have to.
That's too much.
No. Vasily said to stick to the price.
This is going to end in a fight.
You're worse than my wife.
What's his Ouch.
What do you want? You've got what you wanted, now leave me alone.
You have to be careful. They're unpredictable.
Did you belong to Romanov's crew?
What's that to you? You see a sailor, you suspect they're a pirate. Not all sailors are pirates.
Luca sent me.
Really? Did he give you my gold? 200 gold pieces and you can have the plates.
200 gold pieces is too much.
So that's the way the wind blows. You're helping him. Let me tell you how we're going to do this. You pay me my price or you don't get the artifact. Your choice.
If you're asking for a fight, you can have one.
Others have tried.
All right then, you bastard. Ugh.
Hit him!
Ugh. Ah. Have that! Ugh.
Oh yeah!
Ugh. Yeah. Ugh.
Oh yeah! That was fun.
I hope someone stabs you right through those damn plates.
Here are your armor plates.
Excellent. Hope the lads didn't kick up too much of a fuss. Here's your gold, and 150 extra as agreed.
You won't be getting those plates back.
That damn Luca thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Apparently so.
One day, that rabble will learn the error of their ways.
What's in all these crates?
Whatever it is, it's damn heavy.
So you don't actually know what's in them?
Trade goods, I'll wager. Spices, hides, stuff like that.
Who do they belong to?
The Order. Warehouse is theirs now.
What are they doing in there?
Storing stuff from the ruins, probably.
Guess you didn't hide that chest too well. I have the armor plates.
Miserable thief.
Stealing from a thief isn't stealing. Now who could teach me to pick locks? Now who could teach me to pick locks? Here is your casket.
You found it? Anyone see you fetching it?
No one important.
Strangely, that doesn't put me at ease.
This casket is heavy. I'm guessing I brought you more than clean shirts. Maybe shirts and the gold the Inquisition is looking for?
Could be. Or it could be my shirt buttons are just extremely heavy.
Could be.
A lesser man would have forced the lock to find out.
I gave you my word.
And a man's word is worth more than gold. Though gold never goes amiss. What say I throw 300 gold your way?
Then it would be rude of me to turn it down.
Stranger or friend, a decent deed is worth a decent reward.
And? What about Romanov's gold? Have you found anything?
Nope, not yet.
I thought as much. The task was obviously too difficult for you. Now, unless you have good news, leave me to my job.
How about your father? Captain Romanov is locked up in a cell on the Harbour Quay.
So it's true what they're saying? He was arrogant enough to tangle with the Order. Did he tell you anything?
Romanov says he doesn't know where your father is.
He says he doesn't know. But then he'd still say that even if he left my father headless and castrated in a barrel somewhere.
Romanov doesn't seem very fond of your father.
My father tried to run him through and killed Romanov's favourite whore instead. The pair of them never exactly moved in exclusive circles. Can't say I'm too comfortable having that bastard in town. He'd happily see me dead, or worse. And if you're thinking he might give me to his men for the night, you better know he'd happily do the same with you. Well, that's just one more reason to steer clear of Harbour Town.
There's a hungry look, but if you want meat, I'll want coin. If you don't have any coin, Master Belcher is handing out stew to the poor. Though you don't look that poor.
What's your job here?
I guard the slaughterhouse. Not a plum job, but when you decide to switch sides from the Don to the Inquisition, takes time to earn trust. That's why I'm stuck guarding meat. Although, that's certainly increased in value now the storms have curbed the fishing trade. People are as likely to steal steak as they are artifacts.
Have there been many break-ins?
Too many. 3 houses were robbed recently.
And what was done about it?
Not much we could do apart from keep an eye on local troublemakers. I am positive Sid is behind it though.
Why do you think Sid was behind the robberies?
He considers himself a local leader of sorts. Likes to stir things up.
But what makes you so sure it was him?
Well, you just have to look at that girlfriend of his and the wealth she flaunts to know it's not coming from an honest source.
How do you know Sid?
I was one of the Don's men. It's not something I'm proud of, but he's a charismatic man. He can be very persuasive. Then I realised he doesn't care about the future of this island. He just cares about his own selfish gains. Now, I fight alongside Inquisitor Mendoza.
What are you planning to do now?
If I can prove Sid was behind the burglaries, maybe I can improve my standing in the Order. But I doubt anyone would talk to me. The Don's men feel betrayed, and the Inquisition are suspicious. So, I need someone who doesn't have my baggage. What about you? It would help this town no end if the burglaries were stopped. I can pay you for your aid.
How much will you pay me?
How about 150 gold?
Okay, I'll investigate the break-ins.
Good. Be careful, it won't be easy. Sid's tricky. It's difficult to pin anything on him, even though he always seems to know where items of value can be found.
You think he cased the houses in advance?
He may be a thief, but he's not a stupid one. He probably sent someone else to scope the houses out. If you can find out who his spy is, that'll be a good start.
Whose houses were robbed?
Nelson the cartographer, Flavio the fur dealer, and Baxter the bookkeeper. You should talk to each of them. Their statements could be the key to bringing Sid to justice.
Where can I find Flavio the fur dealer?
Up in the gutters. His house is right next to the Shrine of the Holy Flame.
Baxter the bookkeeper?
Next to the butcher's shop. He runs the books for the business.
Nelson the cartographer?
His place is on the way to the gutters. Just go up the stairs from the harbour.
If you're looking for your cow, you're in the wrong place. Only cows we've got are already cut up, and the pieces belong to the Order.
Why would I be looking for cows?
Farmers come here all the time to find their cows. Where's Daisy? I lost Moo Moo. Bloody nuisance.
Why do they think you've got them?
They come in saying I've taken them. I don't take them. I slaughter what I'm brought. The Order tells me to slaughter cattle, so that's what I do. Mo will tell you the same.
Who's Mo?
My assistant. He's just doing his job as well. If you're missing your favourite milker, talk to the Order.
This place seems busy.
This slaughterhouse is a gold mine, but all the profits go to the Order. All the meat goes out to feed people. Baxter, next door, he does the books. Pays me, sends the rest to the Order. They do make the operation run smoothly.
Can I buy some meat?
Buy what you want if you can pay for it. I have meat by the piece and sausage.
I'm looking for Baxter.
He's in the building next door, in the office.
Let's talk business. The Naked Monk, a cookbook. I guess I'll make a copy of that.
All right there.
Who are you?
Mo. I work for Dargle, delivering meat.
I see. That's a tough job.
Yeah, especially as I remove offal, keep the butcher's shop clean, render fat, and fetch cattle. If you don't want anything, can I get on? I've got a lot to do.
Dargle told me about the farmers that come here, that they can get a little annoyed.
They kick up a mighty fuss too, but what can we do? We have orders to slaughter the cows. I usually try to stay out of it.
I'm looking for a couple of skins.
You're in luck. Here, you can have them.
For free? What's wrong with them?
Nothing. You're just taking them off my hands.
They're Baxter's, aren't they? You took them.
And you're giving them to Baxter. So, no trouble needed for anyone.
Just a moment. If I take 3 at 25 plus 18 hams, that's... I can't do this with you staring at me.
You're doing the accounts?
I keep the books for the butcher's shop.
There's a skill.
You think calculating's easy? There's not many around here can do it.
I can.
Really?
You want to test me?
Yes. What's 14 times 17?
238.
Very good. A man should value the weapons of the mind.
About the break-in. What was stolen?
What else? Gold, of course. The gold belongs to the Order. Now it's gone.
How much gold was taken?
All of it. I don't know exactly how much. I was just about to do the accounts when I noticed the theft.
Who was in the house on the day of the break-in?
Well, Doyle tried to sell me fish, but I don't like fish, so he left. That fatto Vasily brought beer. I paid for that, traded him a few pieces of meat. And of course, Mo was here a few times, but that isn't unusually works here after all.
I'm here about the deal with Flavio.
Flavio? Tell him I still don't have the goods. 5 wolf skins and 5 boar skins. No more, no less. And I'll only take the complete delivery.
You were seen in a house that was burgled.
I deliver beer to a lot of houses. I'm seen everywhere.
True enough. I spoke to Rodriguez. He thinks you're behind the break-ins.
He's trying to frame me. He hates me. Always has for some reason.
Rodriguez thinks you're using a spy to check out potential houses.
Does he?
Do you? Have a spy?
What do you think?
Who is it?
No, 'cause I don't. Why would I? But if you find a spy, talk to me before you talk to Rodriguez. Maybe no one needs to get in trouble.
I heard you had a break-in. What was stolen?
A ring. A valuable one. I received it from Commandant Carlos personally, in return for a map of the island.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
A few people. Mo from the slaughterhouse brought me a delivery of meat.
Anyone else?
The labourer Doyle sold me fish. And Pavel, one of Flavio's men, he sold me a couple of wolf pelts.
I'll find your ring.
I would be very grateful.
Is the map done?
Let me check. No.
I think Sid stole it.
My Siddy is no thief, and you can't prove otherwise.
Give me that ring.
It's mine, okay? Mine.
I'll give you something much better instead. What do you want?
I love it when a man asks me that. Tell you what, if you can find me some pearls, a whole string of them, you can have that ring.
I have a beautiful string of pearls here.
So you do. Okay, give them to me and you can have the ring. Just don't tell Siddy. And don't go thinking you can pin anything on either of us. We'll deny everything.
I found it. I have your ring.
I'm so pleased that honesty still exists. I'd like you to keep the ring.
Are you serious?
Seeing it just reminds me of the break-in. I don't want it anymore.
Are you sure about giving me the ring? Isn't it precious?
Yes, of course. I don't even want to look at it. Take it with my thanks.
I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm looking for Doyle.
Who? Doyle? I've never seen him round here.
He deals in fish.
Well, he doesn't work for me. Maybe you should ask Philas.
You were seen in one of the houses that was burgled.
Actually, I've been in more than one. That doesn't make me a thief, though.
We'll see. About the break-in. What was stolen?
My hides. If that hadn't have happened, I would have been able to carry on my business. I should have listened to my father and gone to sea. That would have saved me a lot of trouble.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
Just the usual day labourers who wanted to push their wares off on me. Like I have any gold left.
Anyone else?
Pavel was here the whole day. After all, he works for me. And Vasily wanted to sell me beer from the tavern. And then there was Doyle. He wanted to sell fish, but I sent him away. That was all.
I need a few things. I do need information.
I'm all ears.
Why are there so many golden artifacts in this town?
They've been mostly brought in by the farmers. The artifacts turned up at the same time as those ruins. They just popped up, practically overnight. But you can't eat gold, so most artifacts have been traded. Until the Inquisition claimed that all artifacts must be handed over to them, without any compensation. They came down hard on artifact smugglers too. Most got thrown into the monastery, if they were lucky.
Who are the influential people? Who should I know?
Well, there are plenty who think they are. You can't move for loudmouths and big heads round here. But the only one who really pulls the strings is Commandant Carlos. Most of the time he's in the guardhouse above the merchant quarter. You could do a lot worse than allying with his fighters, that's for sure.
Is there anyone here who can teach me some skills?
Well, all my girls are very talented. Oh, you mean combat? I think Cole up in the gutters is a hunter. He'll know about bows. I can't think of anyone else.
Tell me about you. How's business?
The Inquisition don't care about maintaining order in a brothel. So they turn a blind eye when our clients reach a new level of disgusting. Just take a look at that bastard over there. His name's Eriksson. Drinks all day and hits my girls. My regular guards left town and Eriksson won't listen to me. Dirty scum. Just ask my girl Gwen what kind of a monster he is. With the Inquisition ignoring us, there can be no justice for a place like this. We're stuck at the mercy of bastards like Eriksson.
Just leave me alone. I'm not even here, all right?
What's the matter?
It's that drunken pig, Eriksson. He sits on that bench all day eyeing me up, licking his lips, making his hand gestures. It's so creepy. And then I found out he paid Madame Sonia for me. I refused to go with him and he beat me, bastard.
Didn't anyone help you?
Like who? Madame Sonia's afraid of him too. The white robes ain't interested in us lot. And he can forget about the town guard. Corrupt as the day is long, the lot of them.
I'll take care of him.
Really? You do that? I'd give the last of my savings to someone who'd make sure he never goes near Madame Sonia's again. Be careful. He's a vindictive bastard.
Thanks for the warning.
What's your problem?
Had a few, have you?
Weird. You're missing the tits, so you can't be me mother. Do us both a favour and go screw yourself.
You belong to Captain Romanov's crew.
Snooping like a spy? Now asking questions? Whoever you are, I'm gonna kick your skull straight out of your stupid head.
You're gonna tell me what I need to know.
Come on, let's get this done.
Get in there!
Yes! Oh yeah!
Someone's for it.
That was fun.
All right. What do you want?
Do you know where Captain Steelbeard's shack is?
You don't know what you're getting into. If you keep on like this, you're a dead man walking.
You're gonna tell me where Steelbeard's shack is. You're gonna tell me now.
All right. In the gutters. It's in the gutters. It's one of those shacks near Costa's Hotel. Now that's it. I've said enough. Too much.
And that key you had fits the front door.
I've said too much.
I've got a message for you. Leave now if you know what's good for you. And if you even look at the girls here again, you'll regret it.
Whore lover, are you? Well, save your effort. I was gonna go anyway. Stay here long enough, you'll catch the pox. Then maybe you already have.
Good job, sweetie. That bastard Erickson had it coming.
That drunk Erickson has taken off.
That's a weight off my mind and no mistake. I think that warrants a reward.
Erickson got what he deserved.
Yeah, I saw you gave him quite the beating. Gladdened my heart it did, but it ain't enough. In a few days he'll be back on that bench again, staring, licking, gesturing.
I don't think Erickson will show his face here again.
That's a relief and a half, I tell you. You're a good man. Here's that gold I promised. Don't worry, I'll earn it back soon enough. I got a few specialist tricks. Take care of yourself, all right?
Thanks. You too. Here are the skins Flavio promised.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, these look good.
Can we do business?
We have a deal. I'll take the furs, you take the meat.
I got the meat.
Good work. Can you take it to Master Belcher?
I've brought you some meat for the needy.
Really?
Flavio said you could use it.
That I can. There are some more refugees driven here by the creatures in the temples, by the Don. We even have some refugees from other islands. We need help if we are to care for them all.
I'm looking for Doyle.
Doyle? I haven't seen him in a long time. Used to be a good customer of mine. Well, he bought fish from me more than once. That's good in my book. But maybe you could jog my memory, eh?
Where is Doyle?
I last heard he'd taken quarters with Costa. But since then, he hasn't been seen in the gutters. Maybe he's gone into hiding for some reason. Lots of strange goings-on around here.
About your father. I found this key on Ericsson.
Show me. I don't recognize this, but it has my father's initials on it. He marks his territory. I think he'd have carved his initials into me given the chance. This key's a start, but it's useless without a lock. I don't suppose Ericsson gave up what this key was for, did he? No, I didn't think so. Thanks for this. Let me know if you hear where this key might open.
I found this paper in one of the shacks in the gutters.
Now this is a useful piece of paper. This is precisely what I was looking for. I can finally leave this rat hole. You deserve a reward. Here, I can spare 200 gold coins, but take them and you ask no more questions. Deal?
Keep the gold. Just answer my questions.
People usually see gold and forget everything else. All right. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Captain Romanov. Think he'll be a problem?
Couldn't care less about him. I've got what I wanted now. At least part of it.
What's so important about that old scrap of paper?
There's no secret that it's linked to my father. You must have worked that much out yourself. But my father is my business.
Do you think your father is still on this island?
He was. Whether he still is and whether he's still breathing. Those are different questions. But I'll find him.
What's going to happen to the tavern while you're away?
The tavern's only ever been a place for me to hole up in. When it's time for me to move on, I'll find someone who wants it.
What will happen with your father's shack?
I have no use for it. You can have it if you want. You already have the key, after all.
Thanks. That place might come in handy.
It obviously did for my father. If you're going to keep it, take my advice and burn the bed linen.
I'll take the shack. Always wanted something with a sea view. That's probably enough with the questions, isn't it?
For now. Maybe. Maybe we can talk again later. You're a rare one. And I've traveled the length and breadth and met a lot of people. Right. All I need to do now is find a way out of this wretched town.
They won't pull that with me. They need to trust me.